What is y'all? Your next generation social media platform artist and the host of the YouTube channel, Dr. Do. I'm your host, Dr. Do here, everyone. How y'all been on this Friday night right here? Are you guys wanting something new? Another new story from me? You're great and your only pal, Dr. Do. Well, I got you guys another dark truth story here, y'all. In this video, we're going to do a dark truth of one of the most iconic video games that have ever been made, and plus one of the most famous game of the 21st century, but with it on PlayStation. We're going to do the dark truth of God of War. Yeah, that's right. We want to find the real truth behind God of War and all the secret that the story that tells that we want to know about our main character, Kratos. You see, I've been wanting to look at this story about God of War. I've been watching a lot of gameplays, game stories of God of War a lot, and also I played not just 1 but 2 and 3, and also the other God of War that came out before Ragnarok. I've been trying to look at this story behind all of that. All of this about why Kratos is the one, either Kratos or Atreus are the one that are prophesied throughout the whole entire God of War series. And before we get further to the story, if you guys new to the channel, subscribe to my channel, alright? If you guys new to the channel, I hope y'all like my channel, alright? 2023 is coming to an end. I will give you guys a good 2023 video which y'all would like, alright? So let's get this story started. Okay, so throughout the God of War series, there's been a lot of questions about Kratos and the gods and all of that story about that. I've been watching and reading about God of War throughout the whole entire series that came out. I've been questioning about this. Why Kratos is the only god, only mortal warrior / former god, be the one that had to take on the gods himself, and also why was he prophesied in not just Greek mythology but in Norse mythology alongside with his son Atreus? That is a question I've been wondering about. But see, throughout the whole entire story, why was he betraying in the other prophecy in other mythology, which is a great question. Like he play a major part in the Ragnarok story in the Norse mythology in God of War Ragnarok, and also telling us the other places that would go in the next game of God of War. All right. So let's talk about the Greek story of Kratos on there. We all know that he was born to a Spartan mother and a father god like Zeus, the god of the Olympus. Zeus had a vision about a warrior with a mark on his body that would destroy not the Greek gods and the Greek world itself. And so Zeus is worried. So he sent Athena and Ares to Sparta to find the mark boy. They found both Deimos, the brother of Kratos, and Kratos as young kids. They thought Deimos was the one that would tear down Olympus because of the mark he was born with. But however, Kratos tried to save him, but Ares punched him, giving him the mark that was given by Ares. He was close to being killed by Ares, but Athena intervened and told him to not to do this, spare the boy, and then they left, which made me believe that Deimos was the diversion, so the god would think that Deimos is the mark one that would tear down Olympus, but actually it was Kratos. Ares is the one who started the prophecy by giving Kratos the mark on his face, which makes sense. It also make Kratos mark the day that he will no longer will be able to. This mark would give him the mark of Kratos, like Kratos mark, the mark of Kratos, and so he dedicated life to not fail anybody ever again since he lost his brother to the gods. And so throughout his entire life, he grew up becoming captain of Sparta. He almost close to death. He made a pact with Ares, and Ares made him kill his wife and child to become a more powerful warrior, so Ares can use them to destroy Olympus, which fell dramatically 8 years later. Kratos finally got his revenge on Ares by killing him and become the new God of War. But however, throughout the story, Zeus and the Olympians really slowly figure out that Kratos is the one that would be the one that would destroy Olympus. So they plan out to make Kratos look more bad to the gods, and also have him lured to the Sea of Rhodes where they're being attacked by Spartans. And then once Athena took away almost his powers and put inside the statue of Apollo or Helios, I don't know which one they are, but however, Zeus finished him off by having his whole entire god power into the sword of Olympus and killing the statue god-like being. But eventually Kratos decided to get his revenge on Zeus for betraying him, so went to the face and tried to convince him to change his fate, but however he killed all three of them, come after Zeus, building an army of a Titan, and then destroying Olympus and killing Zeus. But however, it's not enough. After killing Zeus and the Olympians, destroying the Greek world, but not the whole entire world, which makes sense because one of the games that told the story about Kratos fighting the Persian army, and also one of the Greek Persian mythology deities that were in there. It proved that it's just the Greek world that was destroyed, not the other worlds like Norse realm or other realms. In order, you have to have a dad in strain, because after killing Zeus and destroying Olympus, there have been many more prophecy about Kratos or his bloodline will be the one who will destroy the other worlds, like the Norse realm, the Egyptian realm, or the Aztec or Mayan mythology, or even called the Japanese mythology in Japan. That's odd. You think it's odd that all the prophecy tell the story of him and his son will be the one that destroy the other pantheon gods? I mean, who gave me the prophecy story to oracles? I mean, kind of weird, huh? It all began ever since like Odin in the Norse mythology trying to find a way to get to this place where, like somewhere in the boundary between the pantheon gods realms or to the void, which I would call it that way, basically like the kingdom of heaven. Alright, and so this is one of the big reason I believe that all the prophecy is involving Kratos and his son, is because one being might be the one behind all the prophecy. I believe that the only mythology, the real God that behind all of this prophecy and telling the God that you are the one that would destroy your realm, God. When you think about it, no one had even came so close to going to the kingdom, that void or the kingdom of heaven, to get knowledge or learning, so that you use it against anyone who opposes them. So I believe that God is a more powerful being than any other pantheon god in this story in God of War. I believe God is playing a big role behind the God of War series. And when you think about it, there was an Easter egg showing Kratos and the other two God of Wars in this photo picture of him and the other going to the other places. Oh, Mr. Pickle, get out of there, man. What are you doing? Sorry, y'all. Look at him. In a bag. Seriously. I'm sorry about that. So, I believe that God wanted the pantheon gods to not get near his kingdom, which he tried to protect it from those who wanted all the answers that he had in him. I mean, think about it. God is like the most powerful beings in all of religion. He's the one who did let there be light, created earth and stuff. But however, I believe that he one of the few primordial gods that had not been able to be killed when we saw a scene where gods in the God of War Ascension, we see other celestial beings fighting each other in the all-out battle with each other, and most of their body turned to either land or sea. I believe that God was the only one of the few survivors of it and decided to create Kingdom Heaven to protect his kingdom from any other outsider or you call pantheon gods who wanted all the knowledge in this whole entire series. We might be seeing the same similarity once God of War, the new God of War, come out with to take place in Egypt. You really are trying to make noises, don't you, boy? So throughout that, I believe that God decided to deal with the pantheon con once and for all by having them wipe out in their realms by a warrior, which he believed to be the only warrior that is capable of destroying the gods, Kratos. Remember what I said about Kratos and the three other gods that were in the God of War 3 scene, like the photo of him and the others falling a big huge star, which lead them to the birth of Jesus, which I believe that it will happen eventually soon. We might be seeing either Atreus or Kratos going to Jerusalem or Bethlehem in the next future God of War. Which would be cool. Like, think about it. Kratos, Atreus, the archangel like Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, or Lucifer. Imagine Kratos versus Lucifer. That would be an epic battle between God of War versus Satan. That would be an epic battle right there. The battle between these two. Or even Kratos versus God. That would be a sick battle right there. So, I think that God is the one behind the prophecies all over the... I really am sorry, y'all. I think that God is the one who behind all the prophecies, so that way none of the pantheon gods will ever get near his kingdom, or he wanted to be rid of, so he could spread his belief, his story, and his belief throughout human civilization in this world. And also, the gods, by either helping create new giants to prevent them from, either creating the giants in each pantheon stories, and have them prevent them from preventing the gods from doing any further learning the knowledge and the truth. But how all the giants in the God of War series were all been wiped out by all the gods. Technically, that makes sense in the God of War Greek mythology and the Norse mythology. Get what I mean? And so, as the story continues, we might be one day we'll be able to see more information about God of War and what more truth do they have in the series itself. So, I've been looking for more information about God of War. All right, I've been trying to do my best to give you guys new information, new truth, and new theory about it. Okay, I bet Atreus, we're going to be taking place in Egypt. I don't know what's going to happen in Egypt, but I know for the fact that Atreus might play a big role in the Egyptian story. Maybe be part of the story of it. Like, imagine Atreus meeting Moses in the God of War story. Imagine Atreus helping Moses to free his people against the battle against the Egyptian gods and the Egyptian king, which would be a cool battle story to see. Imagine Atreus witnessing the 13 plagues of Egypt in the Bible. That would be cool, right, y'all? So this is the dark story truth of God of War. Alright, what do you guys think about it? I hope y'all guys like this video. Alright, subscribe to the channel, hit notification down below, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time on another story with me, Dr. Do.